Hey everybody! Been a long time since I made a video. Been out and about a lot here lately. Haven't had a lot of time to do this kind of thing. But I guess the iPad 2 deserves a little bit of attention, don't it? Because, wow, really? I mean, already? And, well, I guess not already. It's been a year. But it sure don't seem like it, does it? Does it seem like it's been a year since the first iPad was released? Because, man, oh man, it sure don't seem like it to me. But here it is, regardless, and I guess most people kind of figured that a lot of other tablets would be out by now. You know, we've heard of a lot of people working on them, from BlackBerry to Motorola to Google. We've heard about all these tablets that are getting worked on or coming out, future release date, and we haven't seen them yet. And, you know, is it really a big surprise that we see the iPad 2 before we even see the other's first version? To me, where I followed Apple for so long, no, it's no surprise to me. But to the layperson, the average person out there that don't really get into this technology bullshit like me and you do, they're going to see the iPad and the iPad 2, and there's still no competition. So what do you think they're going to buy? They're going to buy an iPad. I mean, they've sold 15 million of the motherfuckers. 15 million of these? I mean, these ain't iPods, these ain't iPhones. This is a 10-inch tablet, and they've sold 15 million of them in a year? That's pretty amazing. And now they got the iPad 2, and here Steve comes out on stage and announced it. Was everybody else as surprised as I was to see him on stage? Because, honestly, I didn't expect it. I expected the normal run-of-the-mill keynote from Apple when Steve ain't there. You know, Scott Forstall, and they go down the line and maybe have a few guests. But no, Steve actually introduced this product, so that to me tells me what this means to him. It must mean a lot, or you know, I mean, he took medical leave, and everybody assumes when he takes medical leave, oh goddamn, Steve Jobs is dying, you know. But I mean, we're all dying technically, but maybe he just don't feel good. Maybe he's weak. Maybe he wants to work from home. Maybe he's still just as involved with Apple as he ever was. He just don't make those 2 trips a week to the office. You know, I mean, he was not like he was there 7 days a week anyway. He probably don't have to do a lot of traveling thanks to the technology we have nowadays. So, I mean, maybe people's going to maybe chill out a little bit and start realizing maybe Steve's going to be with us a little bit longer. And if he ain't, I believe everybody knows that the team running Apple below Steve is the best in the world. And they're going to be fine. We haven't went over that in another video. So let's talk about the iPad 2. The very first thing that jumps out at me is the A5. The old Apple iPad had the A4. The iPhone 4 has the A4, as far as I know. And they do well. They're snappy, they're fast, they run everything that I've ever tried to run. I would like for the iPad to have had a little more RAM, a little more memory, I should say, than it does. But that's just me dreaming, you know. So I don't want to up the price and put, you know, everything makes everything more expensive. So let's talk about the A5. 2 times as fast, 2 cores, and that's a big deal because usually Apple is behind on the CPU stuff for years and years and years. I hate to admit it, and everybody might, some people might disagree with me, but most people will agree with me. Apple computers have usually, over the past, you know, decade or two, usually a little bit slower than this PC counterpart. You know, maybe not get the new top-of-the-line chips as soon as they come out, you know, and but it seems to me that Apple has done away with that philosophy, and now they're actually keeping up. I mean, this is a dual-core chip. Everybody was talking about, oh, the BlackBerry WorkPad or the BlackBerry PlayPad or whatever the fuck they call it, Playbook or something, the Playbook, the Workbook, whatever it is. They was bragging about how it had 2 cores, you know. Well, touche, motherfuckers, okay? It's called an A5. And I'm really excited to see what this runs like, you know, especially on some of the older applications. Steve also said something about 9 times faster graphics. 9. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a bold claim. I don't guess he would go out on stage and say that if it wasn't true in some certain case. I'm not sure if it's 9 times faster in all cases, but that's a pretty bold claim, and Apple's always made good on their claims before, so I have no reason to doubt them now. So 9 times faster graphics. I mean, really think about that. 9 times? That's almost so high a number that you throw it off as marketing. You know? But I know Apple, and I know they like their marketing, but I know they're not going to... I believe it. Just put it that way. I believe it. And I'm wondering if it's going to be that big of a difference between the iPad and the iPad 2. I'm curious to compare them, the old graphics and the new graphics, or games that will take advantage of the new capabilities. And what really goes hand in hand with this dual core now, for iPad 1 was not a dual core, and 9 times faster graphics, and the battery life stays the same, 10 hours. So how do they, if they hadn't have added the A5 and the cameras and the better graphics, they probably would have got, how many hours do you think they would have got out of that then? I mean, to keep the same exact battery life as the original version and add all these new features is really a feat that people aren't recognizing. Dual cameras, dual core chips, all this good stuff, thinner, lighter, and it still maintains the same battery life. That's just magical, to quote Steve. Speaking of the 2 cameras, what do you think about that? It's going to bring FaceTime to the iPad. Thank you. I mean, seriously? Really? 2 cameras on the iPad, one in the front, one in the back. They may be tiny, it says, but they're a big deal. They're designed for FaceTime video calling, and they work together so you can talk to your favorite people and see them smile, blah, 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 blah. So that's an added feature. Everybody was screaming, put a camera in it, put a camera in it. I don't want it because it ain't got a camera in it. And now that they put a camera in it, I hardly hear about nobody talking about it. You know, you motherfuckers, you want it or do you not? So, it's there, okay? It's there, and you know, I'm going to be able to film some good fucking videos with this iPad. If this motherfucker had a camera in it, and I could film, boy, I could really get some good shots. I mean, that's no shit. I could hold it pretty steady, probably. That would be nice. I think I'm looking forward to that camera on the outside. Not only for FaceTime, but for fucking making videos. I can imagine, I mean, just having a little bit more of something to hold on to, a little bit more stable. The videos are going to be twice as good. To me, I think there are. In my video experience, you know, I think, from thinking about it, I think the iPad's going to film better videos. So we got all this stuff. Oh, and the HDMI hookup. You know, I mean, I know, blah, 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 blah. It's an accessory. Wah, 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 wah. Cry me a fucking river. Because if they would have added that to the iPad 2, it would have been more than $499. Okay, it'd probably been $425 or something. And I mean, $525 or something. And they don't want to go over that $499 price mark. Okay. So they've added it as a little accessory. So if you think you're going to need HDMI to your TV so you can put a movie on your iPad and watch it on your big screen HD TV, hey, it's all you, baby. Go for it. You can do that. But you don't have to spend the money if you don't want it. So, and it also charges the motherfucker. What do you think about that? But that's a nice little accessory. And so is the slipcover. As I said on Twitter, I'm more excited about the slipcover than I am the other people's tablets. That's pretty sad, ain't it? How it wakes it up and puts it to sleep. That's pretty fucking swift. I swear it is. I really think that's pretty fucking swift because it's just impressive. You know, call me gullible, call me stupid when it comes to Apple, biased, however you want to say it. But god damn it, they make some good shit, boys, and you can't deny it, no matter whether you hate them or you love them. Okay, they've changed the world we live in, and God bless them for that, because the world we live in sucks. Okay, what else is there besides the HDMI and the slip covers? And oh, it comes in white. You can get a white one. I don't know if I'm going to want a white one. I don't want people thinking I'm carrying around a fucking Kindle. You know, fuck Amazon. I don't think I'm going to stick to the black. No, not fuck Amazon. Amazon's a good place. I order a lot of shit from Amazon. But I don't want people thinking I got a fucking Kindle. I got an iPad, baby. So let's see. What else does this webpage say about this motherfucker? Smart covers. LED backlit display. The display stayed the same, which, you know, they got to save something for iPad 3, right? Right, yeah. Let's see. Oh, the gyro accelerometer. The gyro. That's, you know, hey, it's not a fucking accessory that will make you like decide to buy it, but it's a nice little feature to have, I think. Okay? But I think this HDMI thing is really, really big deal. Y'all want an HDMI? You got it. You wanted cameras? You got it. Okay? You wanted faster? You got it. So what the fuck are you complaining about now? Come on, let's give me some complaints. What's wrong with the iPad 2? What do you think they need to add to it? Some USB ports, maybe FireWire 800, and maybe a DVD player too. Then y'all be happy. Y'all, you know, whatever. I think the iPad 2, especially the keynote, was fun to watch. It looks to be an amazing upgrade, an amazing device, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on one. Am I going to buy one? Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to buy one on launch day, but yes, I do plan on getting one. And other than that, I guess that's it. I'll give them thumbs up. I think this is exactly the iPad that everybody wanted in the beginning. The dual cores, the better graphics, the 10-hour battery life, the 2 cameras, the HDMI possibility. I think this is the iPad that everybody wanted to start with, and now we got it. And it stays the same price. Tell me how they do that. Tell me how they add 2 cameras and a dual-core chip and all this good stuff, and it stays the same. Because they got their supply chain locked down, guys. That's why. I guess they get good deals. And now the old iPad is going to be, what, $399? Come on. Really? How many of them do you think they're going to fucking sell? It's like the 3GS and the iPhone 4, isn't it? It's all working out. And I applaud them for it. So that's my take on the iPad 2. Definitely a winner. Definitely worth getting. And definitely worth upgrading to, even if you got the first iPad. You can give the first iPad to your kids, or your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your sister, your mother, or whatever. You know, I'm sure you got plenty of people that you can give the iPad 1 to. If you don't, you're a sorry son of a bitch anyway, so fuck you. And I guess I'll see you in the next video, guys. It's been a pleasure. OS 10, brothers.